Hello student, Namaskar. I am Dr. Syam Kishore Patel, Assistant Professor in ITM University Gwalior. So you are in 5th semester, that is 3rd year, and I will teach you in plant pathology. So in plant pathology, course number is PP311 and the course title is the disease of field and horticultural crop and their management first, in which we only study field crop diseases. So in today lecture, that is unit number 3, that is disease of Sesame, and that comes under lecture number 19. So first I will give outline of the today lecture. So introduction to Sesame diseases, in which I explain the what are the different diseases occurs in the Sesame crop, and what are the different objective of the today lecture. Then economic importance of the today lecture. Then in today lecture I will cover only two diseases, that is Micropomena stem rot, that disease we also called it as a root rot or charcoal rot, and next disease is bacterial leaf spot. After completion of the diseases, I will give one exercise and I also explain the learning outcome of the today lecture. Then at last I will give the research scope of the today lecture, and I also quoted the reference from where I make the presentation. So first introduction to Sesame diseases. As you know that Sesame is the most important oil seed crop in India as well as in the world. In India, there is a shortage of the oil seed as well as pulse crop, and most of the requirement fulfilled by the import. So government of India more emphasis given on the increased area and production of the oil seed as well as pulse crop in India. So Sesame is one of them. So Sesame, a large number of diseases occurs in a Sesame. So most important disease is a phyllodes that I already explained in previous video lecture. So in today's lecture I will cover only two diseases, that is Micropomena stem rot and next is a bacterial leaf spot. These are the very important diseases, and almost 10 to 15% crop loss caused due to these particular diseases. Then what are the different objective of the today lecture? So first is to study the various diseases of Sesame, in which I only cover two diseases in today lecture. First one is a Micropomena stem rot and next one is a bacterial leaf spot. Then detection and identification of the pathogen, in which I explain the how these pathogen we detect in the field condition that cause a particular diseases, and how we isolate and identify on the basis of the symptoms, and to study the disease cycle, in which what are the primary source of the inoculum, what are the different secondary source of the inoculum, and how these pathogen complete their disease cycle in the host. And at last to study the management of various diseases, in which I explain the how we can overcome the disease situation in the field. So by controlling the diseases we increase the production as well as quality of the Sesame yield or Sesame seed. So next is the economic importance of the today lecture. As I told earlier, Sesame is the most important oil seed crop in India, and a large number of diseases occurs in a Sesame. That diseases either caused by the fungal pathogen, bacterial pathogen, virus as well as nematode, and some physiological disorder also occurred in Sesame crop, and almost 20 to 30% crop losses due to the Sesame diseases. And when we overcome or control the diseases, then we increase the production of the Sesame as well as quality of the Sesame seed. So first disease is a Micropomena stem rot. That Micropomena stem rot we also called it as root rot and charcoal rot, and this disease is caused by the Micropomena physiolina and Sclerotia. All sexual stages are Rhizoctonia solobaticola, and these are the very important diseases in the Sesame crop, and it is a very destructive disease in all Sesame growing area in India as well as in the world. And in India mostly this disease occur in Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh as well as in Rajasthan and some parts of the Maharashtra, and almost 10 to 15% crop losses due to these Micropomena stem rot diseases. So these are the very important diseases, and High incidence of the disease was reported in the state of Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu in 1993 to 1994. And in symptoms of the disease, symptoms start as yellowing of the lower lips, and after yellowing of the lower lips followed by the dropping and the defoliation of the lips also occurred. And when the symptoms occurred or spread in the stem, then the stem portion near the ground level so dark brown lesion, and bark at the collar region so shedding. And the sudden death of the plant is also seen in the patches. So when these Macropomena stem rot occur in the field, so in field there is a number of patches occurs where the these Sesamum crop are died due to the these Macropomena stem rot diseases. In the grown up plant, the stem portion near the soil level so large number of black pycnidia, and the stem portion can be easily pulled out, leaving the root portion in the soil. And the infection when spread to pod, they open prematurely, and immature seed become shriveled and black in color. And minute pycnidial stage also we can see on the infected capsule and the seeds. The rotten shoot as well as stem tissue contains a large number of minute black sclerotia, and these sclerotia may also present in the infected pod as well as in the seed. And these sclerotia serve as a dormant structure for the off-season in the infected plant debris as well as in the soil. Whenever favorable condition available and a new crop available for the infection, so from these sclerotia new fungus after germination of the sclerotia, new fungal body are formed, and these fungus are responsible for causing primary symptoms in the Sesamum crop in the new season. Then in pathogen characteristic, these fungus produce dark brown septate mycelium showing constriction at the hyphal junction, and the sclerotia are minute dark black and 110 to 130 micrometer in diameter. The pycnidia are dark brown in color and with a prominent ostiole. Ostiole means some pores are present on the pycnidia, and the conidia are hyaline, elliptical and single celled, and these conidia are formed on short conidiophores, and these conidia are formed externally from the fungal hyphae of the Rhizoctonia bataticola. So these are the pathogen characteristic of the Macropomena stem rot. Then how these pathogen completed their disease cycle in the host. Then the fungals remain dormant as sclerotial in soil as well as in the infected plant debris in the soil. So these pathogens survive as a dormant mycelium or dormant conidia in the off season, or sclerotial body in the off season in the infected plant debris as well as in the soil, and the infected plant debris also carries these pycnidia. The fungal primarily spread through infected seed which carry sclerotia and pycnidia. The fungus also spread through soil-borne sclerotia, and the secondary spread is through the conidia transmitted by the wind and rainwater, and sometimes because these conidia are spread by the wind, so within a few days these conidia spread or these disease spread all field of the Sesamum crop. So in favorable condition, dry temperature of 30 degrees centigrade or above and prolonged drought followed by copious irrigation is a most favorable condition for disease development of the Macropomena stem rot of the Sesamum. Then how we can manage these diseases in the field condition. So when we give seed treatment with the Trichoderma viride at the rate of 4 gram per kg, or Pseudomonas fluorescens at the rate of 10 gram per kg, or we also treat the seed with carbendazim at the rate of 0.1% or Thyram at the rate of 4 gram per kg, and apply farmyard manure or green leaf manure at 10 ton per hectare, or neem cake 250 kg per hectare. So by application of FYM and neem cake, we control the macrophomina stem rot in the field condition. We also give spot drench with carbendazim at the rate of 0.5 gram per liter. So by these we control these diseases. We also give occur intercropping sesamum with the mouth bean at ratio of 1:1 is effective in managing the diseases. The soil soilization with a transparent polythene mulch of 50 micron for 6 weeks during hot summer after plowing and irrigation. By these we control the macrophomina stem rot in the field condition of the sesamum. Then next disease is a bacterial leaf spot. This bacterial leaf spot, this is a very important, and this bacterial leaf spot is caused by the Pseudomonas sesame or Ralstonia syringae pathober sesame. These Pseudomonas and Ralstonia are very important bacterial pathogen, and these cause a large number of diseases in the plant crop. So in economic important part, these bacterial leaf spot mainly occur in the Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and the Andhra Pradesh region of the India, and sometimes this disease prevalent in the all state where sesamum was grown. Sorry. And almost 5 to 10% crop lost due to the bacterial leaf spot of the sesamum. In symptoms mainly appears in the above ground part of the sesamum, and the disease appears at water-soaked yellow speck on the upper surface of the leaf, and sometimes these symptoms also spread in the lower surface of the leaf as well as in the stem. And when these spot or specks enlarge and become angular as restricted by the vein and beanlets, the color of the spot may be dark brown to purple with shiny oozes of bacterial masses, and under high rainfall or high humidity condition the spot coalescence and ultimately defoliation occurs. These are the most important symptoms of the bacterial leaf spot of the sesamum. So in which first symptoms appear in the upper surface of the leaf as yellow specks. So when these yellow specks are enlarged and these specks coalescence in leaf and also occurs in the lower surface of the leaf as well as in the stem. After that, complete plant show defoliation due to bacterial leaf spot of the sesamum. Then in pathogen characteristic, the bacteria, these Pseudomonas or Ralstonia bacteria is the gram negative and the rod shape. Almost 90% bacteria which cause plant diseases are gram negative, and only few bacteria are gram positive that cause plant diseases. So these bacteria Pseudomonas is a rod shape and gram negative, and it is a aerobic bacteria with one or more polar flagella present on these bacteria. In disease cycle part, the bacteria remain viable in the infected plant debris for a long period of the time, and these bacteria also survive in the soil for 2 to 3 years. And these bacteria also the internally seed burn, and so primary infection of the bacteria occurred due to the infected plant debris as well as the seed burn, and secondary spread occur through the rain splash. Rain splash means when rain droplet fall on the ground, then some minute spot or तो जब बारिश होती है और बारिश का पानी ज़मीन पे गिरता है तो इतनी ऊंचाई से बारिश का पानी गिरता है तो कुछ बारिश की बूंदें ज़मीन पे गिरने के बाद फिर से उछल के थोड़ी दूर जाती हैं, आप लोगों को मतलब फुहारों के रूप में दिखती है। तो उसी फुहारों से जहाँ पे बैक्टीरिया के ऊपर यदि इन्फेक्टेड प्लांट के ऊपर यदि बारिश का पानी पड़ता है तो उससे वो उछल के दूसरे पौधों में भी चला जाता है, तो इससे ये बैक्टीरिया इन्फेक्टेड हो जाता है, मतलब ट्रांसफ़र हो जाता है. So secondary spread occur through the rain splash. So then what are the management practices for the control of the bacterial leaf spots? So when we keep the field free from the infected plant debris, and then we give seed treatment with the hot water at 52 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. And when we strip the seed in agromycin 100 or streptocycline suspension for 30 minutes, then we control the bacterial leaf spot disease in the sesamum. We also control the bacterial leaf spot disease in sesamum by spraying twice with streptomycin sulfate or oxytetracycline hydrochloride at 100 gram per hectare at 15 days in interval. So with these management practices we control the bacterial leaf spot in the sesamum crop. So in today's lecture I cover the 2 diseases, and in previous lecture I explained the 3 diseases, that is sesamum pillodi, then Alternaria leaf spot, and one more disease is the powdery mildew. So pillodi disease is most important, and heavy losses occur due to the pillodi crop, and this pillodi disease caused due to the phytophthora, that is mycoplasma like organism. Earlier we called it as mycoplasma like organism, but nowadays we called it as phytoplasma. In symptoms of the pillodi, the floral structure converted into the leafy structure. So and these green leafy structure are formed, that's why we called it as pillodi, and only few grains are formed or produced in the infected crop, so yield reduced up to 50%. So and management management practices for pillodi of sesamum is very difficult. So primary management practices is we root out the infected plant, and we also control the insect vector for spreading the disease. So phytoplasma of pillodi disease is transmitted by the gessid insect, that is Orosius albicinctus. These are the very important, and many times these questions are asked in the examination. Then I also explain the powdery mildew of the sesamum. These powdery mildew of the sesamum caused due to the Laeviola tarica, and these Laeviola tarica, these are the obligate parasite, and they have a ectophytic mycelium. Almost all powdery mildew fungus have a endophytic mycelium, but only Laeviola tarica genus have a ectophytic mycelium. So these are the these questions are also important for exam point of view. Then in symptoms of powdery mildew of pathogen, powdery growth first occurred or present on the upper surface of the leaf. Later on, these powdery galls also present on the stem as well as a floral part. And for management of the powdery mildew of the sesamum, so we spray the sulfur based fungicide, name is the Carathane, is the most important, and many times question was asked in the examinations. For controlling the powdery mildew, which fungicide we spray, and there is a 4 option given. So for controlling the powdery mildew of the fungus, we spray the sulfur based Carathane fungicide. Name of the fungicide is Carathane. And I also explain the Alternaria leaf spot. These Alternaria leaf spot caused by the Alternaria sesamum, and this Alternaria spot is a form brown spot in the leaf, and these spot have a concentric ring. This is a most important symptoms or character of the symptoms for identification of the Alternaria leaf spot as compared Cercospora leaf spot, because Alternaria leaf spot form a concentric ring. So you remember this point, and for when we prepare a slide, then spore of the Alternaria or conidia is the oval shaped, and these conidia have both transverse as well as longitudinal septa. So these are the very important questions for Sesamum disease. So in today's lecture I explained the two diseases, Macropomena leaf spot and bacterial Macropomena stem rot and bacterial leaf spot. So if you have any doubt in these questions or these diseases, then you call me or contact me. So now I will give in one exercise, that is you go to field of the Sesamum and collect the disease sample and make a herbarium file for Sesamum diseases, and you also whenever you return back to ITM University or lab condition, then you prepare a slide and you also prepare a or culture these pathogens in the lab in the PDA as well as nutrient agar media, and you become an expert for identifying the disease on the basis of the symptoms. So if you have any doubt, then you call me or contact me. I will try to solve your doubt. Then what are the learning outcome of the today lecture? So in learning outcome, I explain the economic importance of the two diseases, that is Macropomena stem rot and bacterial leaf spot, and I also explain the how you identify in the disease in the field condition, and I also explain the what are the causal organism symptoms, pathogen characteristic, disease cycle, and what are the favorable condition for disease development and control measure of the diseases. Then what are the research scope of the today lecture? So you should plan your research for identification of the best strain of the Trichoderma as well as Pseudomonas for controlling the fungus and bacterial pathogens, and one more experiment you plan for screening the Sesamum diseases in the Gwalior region, and you collect different sample from the different region of the Chambal, and you isolate these pathogen, and you suggest which isolate is most virulent strain for disease causes. Then you also plan your research for identification of the best botanical extract for controlling these pathogen on the basis of the poison food technique in the lab condition. So you suggest these botanical extract to the farmer for controlling these diseases in the field condition. So these are the research scope of the today lecture. So then these are the references from which I make a slide and lecture for you. Then if you want to further study, then you go through this book and read it. So if you have any doubt in Sesamum disease, then you call me or contact me. I will try to solve your doubt. So with these remarks, I conclude the today lecture. So thank you for listening my video. Thank you very much. Best of luck.